You may have rhubarb in your garden already. If you don't, I highly recommend it. It's so hearty. If you love rhubarb but don't have time, go to the farmer's market. It's abundant right now. And one way to preserve that is you can cube it and freeze it, so you can use it in off season. So today we're twisting out some rhubarb and we're gonna make an amazing rhubarb crisp. I cannot wait to show you my grandmother's recipe. If you're looking for something that's both decadent and simple, then I highly recommend a beautiful rhubarb crisp. Now, this particular recipe is my grandmother's recipe, and it is so simple. Literally flour, sugar, cinnamon, butter. Who doesn't love butter? At least a stick of it, by the way. And you know, if you don't have rhubarb in your area, any fruit works really well, whether you're growing it in your own garden or you're picking it up at the farmer's market. The dessert I'm making today is actually for our neighbors. Ed has been dealing with cancer and we deliver food to them every single week. So I'm making this rhubarb crisp to deliver, so I'm going to be prepping it in a full pan. However, because we do entertain quite a lot, I have a variety of ways to present desserts. I also love cast iron. It is such a beautiful presentation, and coming straight out of the oven hot with a big scoop of ice cream, there is nothing better. Rhubarb is so simple. All you need to do is clean off the stalks, chop off the leaves, which you throw into compost, and chop it up. I like to do something that's about a ½ inch, and I will be setting this in the bowl and letting it marinate in sugar. It is so yummy, so fresh, and so vibrant. The colors are amazing. So the first thing you want to do after you cube your rhubarb is add a ½ of a lemon so it can marinate. I add a full cup of sugar because we like our crisp sweet, and I add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. If you're like me, you don't like to follow a recipe, this is a great recipe. You can wing it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So now we're gonna let this set and marinate while we put the filling together. My favorite thing about our baking setup is this: finding great storage so you can be quick and fast in your baking experience. Flour and sugar are two main staples when we're baking, and these glass jars are perfect for storage. I love them. And they're so easy to fill up. So we buy all of our organic sugar and flours at Costco. It's great value, why not? It's double to triple the cost at any other store. And we store it, and then when I'm low, I just fill her up and it's ready to go. I love it. So like I said, I don't do much for measuring, but we'll just go ahead and say ½ a cup, maybe a little bit more, of brown sugar. It's going to be a ½ cup of oatmeal. We've got a nice amount of cinnamon in here. I use about 2 tablespoons to be honest, because we love cinnamon. I love fresh mineral sea salt. We actually get this from a wonderful Green for Life. You've seen me talk about Green for Life. He has a wonderful mineral salt. I highly recommend it. Sprinkle that in and you get that nice bite of salt in the sweet. It's really, really good. And then I need the flour. So I'm gonna just grab this quickly. I like the consistency of about a cup of flour. So we'll go ahead and add that in. And of course, butter. Now, the consistency is really important. So I'm gonna say in this whole recipe, you're gonna have about 4 sticks of butter in this recipe in total before you're done. And then the key is just getting in there, digging around, and I keep adding flour until I've got this nice, soft consistency. So for the sake of efficiency, I always have a little leftover butter. I pour it right into the pan, and then I coat the pan really, really well with the butter so it's lined and ready to go. And then I like to layer this crisp I think that the flavors meld much, much better when you layer it. So I grab the rhubarb and I start with the rhubarb base. Oh, it's bubbling in there from the sugar. So yummy. There we go. And then I've got a nice thick layer of crumble. So good. It's the crumble that's so incredible. And again, when you're making your crumble, I just keep adding until I feel like I have enough because I want there to be a nice thick layer. That's what that cakey, yummy sweetness comes from. So don't hold back when you're putting your crumble fill together. And then I'll go in and I'll pour all the juices in because that's where all the yumminess is. Look at that. And then we add in the final layer of crumble. Look at that perfection. So good. Yum. From preparing the rhubarb to baking it off in under 30 minutes, you can have this gorgeous dessert ready to go in another 35 minutes in the oven at 375 degrees. Perfection.